feel like I've lost my sparkle. If you're also feeling similarly, you're not alone and it's completely normal. And there are things that we can do to feel better. There are always ways that you can connect with nature, even in really little ways. I would really like to make some Galentine's Day cards for all of my girlfriends. This is probably going to make me feel very uncomfortable, but I think it's worth sharing, so. Hello friends, welcome here or welcome back to another video. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for all of the absolutely lovely comments that some of you left on a little post I made last week, just letting you know that I wasn't going to be posting a video for last week, so that's why this is a week out of schedule. I have been really struggling through 2026, mostly because I seem to have just been hit with back-to-back illnesses. Nothing super serious or anything, but just like different colds. Most of it has just been fighting things off. Like, I haven't succumbed to all of them, but my energy levels have been super low. The weather here has been typical January, February, incredibly grey, incredibly rainy, and today is the first day that I've actually seen some sunshine in about 3 weeks. So I've been feeling the lack of sunlight. I've been feeling a little bit sorry for myself because I've not been very well. I've been feeling honestly quite overwhelmed and stressed in general. One, with the state of the world, two, with feeling like I'm really behind on things, but that is enough of a kind of pity party for myself, because although I have been struggling, and I'm going to go into that in a little bit more detail, I have also come to a point now where I feel a lot more determined to try and bring myself out of it. And I want to preface this by saying that although I've been struggling and I've been feeling really low mood and low energy, I don't think I'm depressed. And so I don't want it to sound like, as I'm going through this video and the next couple of days, basically, I'm going to try and pull myself out of this slump. I don't want it to sound like this is a one-size-fits-all kind of scenario, and that if you are really struggling and you think you might be depressed, to go and seek professional help, because there is only so much that we can do ourselves, and sometimes we do need other people's help or we need medication, and that is totally fine. So before we dive into the rest of the video, I just wanted to put that as kind of like a disclaimer, I guess. I have just finished writing in my journal. Normally I try and do morning pages at the moment, but it is about 1:30 in the afternoon when I've sat down to do this. Again, that's okay. I'm taking things at my own pace and I'm giving myself lots of grace at the moment, because change doesn't happen overnight, guys. But I have just been journaling today and kind of talking myself through why I'm feeling so low. And one of the phrases that like encapsulates how I've been feeling is that I feel like I've lost my sparkle. I just feel really bland. I feel not myself. I feel completely reliant on external forms of entertainment, but the main thing I'm struggling with at the moment is finding the motivation to turn towards and lean into my creativity, which is always the thing that makes me feel good. And so I've been very honest in my journal. I'm just going to read from my journal. So I wrote, this is probably going to make me feel very uncomfortable, but I think it's worth sharing. So I've put, saving aesthetic pictures of a more analog lifestyle on Pinterest doesn't make me have that life. It is still just a desire, perhaps well-intentioned, but not properly put into action. Scrolling is an addiction. There's a reason I feel the urge to look at my phone right now or scroll through Instagram or Pinterest. At this point, I can't trust myself that if I unlock my phone to check the weather, that I won't waste 45 minutes on other apps. And because this is now a default response, I am losing my connection to the things that make me me. I miss playing in my sketchbook and baking. I miss throwing myself wholeheartedly into a new book, feeling excited about crafts. I miss not feeling anxious when I need to leave the house or reaching out to friends for fun coffee dates and to hang out. Recently, I'm finding that I am isolating myself and regressing to how I was when I was depressed. So I want to try and get my spark back. I am sick of the brain rot and self-pity. I want to be the person I'm meant to be and shine. It's a little bit cheesy, but it's true. And obviously, that's not everything that I wrote in my journal. I won't be going through all of that. But yeah, that is how I'm feeling at the moment. And that's okay. I think a lot of us are feeling similar things to that. And it's all just part of the human experience. But what I am sick of right now, specifically for myself, is kind of wallowing in those feelings when I know that there are actionable things I can be doing to help me help myself. So I have got dressed on a day off for the first time in a long time. I have spent, as I say, the last kind of 3 weeks or so, mostly in my pajamas, mostly in bed when I have days off. So I've got dressed today. It's very simple. I'm wearing my favourite cardigan. One of my best friends in the whole world, Lucy, made this cardigan for me. And then I made this hood, this self-drafted hood. It's based on the Sophie hood. But I'm wearing them together for the first time. I feel unbelievably cozy. It's the same yarn. This is the Stylecraft Highland Heathers DK weight yarn in the colour Gorse, and I'm obsessed with it. It's beautiful. I did run out of the yarn for the tail end, so this is a different colour in the same brand of yarn. I can't quite remember the colour. I think it might be Bracken. I can't remember. And then I've just got a little pair of jeans on. This is the fit. I don't know why I felt compelled to show you the fit, but and a pair of slippers. But this is the most effort that I've put into my appearance on a day off for a very long time. I think I might just keep the hood up now. I think that's quite a look. I quite like that. Yeah, I've even got a little bit of jewellery on as well. And I feel already so much more like myself. It's crazy. And I could have been doing it all along. So I have got today off from work. I've got tomorrow off from work. As I say, we're already nearing afternoon and I've not done a whole lot. I did go on a really lovely walk and that always makes me feel better. Being in nature makes me feel so connected to the world. And also, sometimes I get really annoyed when I go to a park and there's loads and loads of people, but today, none of them were getting in my way, number one, which was a massive win. But two, I just felt really like part of something. There were so many people going on runs, there were so many people playing like football just in the park. There was some training things going on, there were dog walkers, there were families, there were people just like doing exactly what I was doing, and you could tell they were out and about. They were trying to enjoy this little bit of dry, bright weather that we've got. And I live in an area where if you smile at people, they don't often smile back. And today I got so many smiles back. So that felt really nice. Anyway, I'm going to show you some really nice, lovely flowers that I saw today, because spring is on the way and that makes me happy as well. Okay, for my first activity of today, because really I guess the main thing I want to do is try and avoid screen time, specifically just binge watching TV shows and trying to numb my brain. I have got this gorgeous spider plant that I recently repotted, and I would really like to propagate, that's the word, these little baby plants, because it has sprouted 6 little plant babies. So I have washed out some glass jars, and I believe like all you have to do is cut them and place them in water and then leave them somewhere quite bright but not super sunny. That is what I'm going to do now, and it's also one of my friends' birthdays in a bit, and I think that they would really appreciate a little plant as a gift. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm realizing I forgot scissors, so I'm just going to go grab some scissors. And I'm going to turn this light on as well because it's a little bit gloomy in here. I've never done this before, but I think it'll be all right. I've looked up a little tutorial and I think it'll be fine. These ones look a little bit healthier, so I'm going to begin with these guys. There we go. Just put them in. Maybe that's too much water, actually. That's probably too much water. Yeah, because I can fit a couple in there. Okay, look at this guy. He's a good size. I wonder if they'll all go in that one and like help keep each other upright a bit. So as I was saying, connecting with nature makes such a huge difference to my well-being, my physical well-being, my mental well-being, my spiritual well-being, I guess. And I think there are so many ways to connect with nature that don't involve going to a really beautiful nature reserve. I would love to say that I lived around the corner from a nature reserve. I think that would be amazing. I would love that. But I think the reality is that loads of us don't. Loads of us live in the city. Loads of us don't have really easy access to a green space. However, there are always ways that you can connect with nature, even in really little ways. So, for example, it could be houseplants, it could be buying fresh flowers, it could be going to a park like I did this morning, it could be jumping on a train, or if you drive, I guess you could jump in the car and going to a gardens or a garden centre or a nature reserve. It could be going to the beach. Nature isn't just greenery, and I think that's important to remember, especially when all of the trees are incredibly barren. We're very lucky here that the greenery is starting to come back. Okay, I've been rambling for a while. I'm going to put these guys on the windowsill and hopefully they will do some magic over the next few days. I have just got out a bunch of craft supplies because I would really like to make some Valentine's Day cards, or rather I would really like to make some Galentines Day cards for all of my girlfriends. So I've never done this before, but I love a craft and I love telling people in my life how much I love them, even when it feels uncomfortable, because sometimes it's not super comfortable to tell people how much you like them or love them or whatever. So I thought this year I would challenge myself to actually let people know how much I care about them whenever I get the opportunity, because quite frankly, life is too short to keep that to yourself. So I made a little list of a few people that I would like to make a card for this year, and I'm just gonna have some fun and play around. It's been a while since I just got craft supplies out with the intention of having fun without like having a specific idea in mind. So I've got some pressed flowers, I've got some sparkly gel pens, I've got my big box of like papers and saved things, I've got some really pretty washi tapes and some stickers, and I've also got this incredible sticker book. It's just like filled with the most, wait, how do I show you this? It's filled with the most incredible like illustrations. That's just a bunch of ducks' feet and vegetables and flowers and zebras. It's just got some crazy stuff in here. I think it'll be fun to make some slightly bizarre Valentine's Day cards. I'm a little bit inspired by, I guess, Victorian greetings cards, in that when, like during the Victorian era, greetings cards were not really like a thing yet. So if you go back and you look at greetings cards made for specific holidays, whether that's Valentine's or Christmas or whatever it might be, there is the most insane range of imagery that is used as like celebratory images. It's a little bit mad and really funny, and I think quite a lot of my friends would also appreciate that. We have that kind of combined sense of humour about things like that. So I'm just gonna crack on and make some fun little Galentine's Day cards. And I think one of the ways to kind of get out of your head a little bit is, one, to be playful, to be creative, but two, if you need a little push, sometimes I find doing something for someone else is exactly what I need. And I know how much people are gonna enjoy receiving these, especially the fact that they're homemade and a little bit weird. So I'm gonna do that right now. I've also made myself a fresh cup of tea to keep me company throughout this process.
Cars to fix, bills to pay, rooms to clean, meals to make. What a life that we've designed. I'd do it a million times with you and never get tired. You're my piece of heaven on earth. Oh, you make it all worth it. You're the reason I keep hitting snooze just to stay next to you. Over and over and over again. Over and over again. Grocery aisle hand in hand. Little world but so grand. Picking up the bread and wine like we've done a million times before. And I never get tired, 'cause you're my piece of heaven on earth. Oh, you make it all worth it. You're the reason I keep hitting snooze just to stay next to you. Over and over and over again. I can't wait to do this with you. Over and over and over again. Over and over again. From bacon and coffee to dinner and whiskey, life is a journey as long as you're with me. Small little moments I'll never let go of. Life moves too fast, but I live for the slowness. You're my reason. My piece of heaven. You're my piece of heaven on earth. Oh, you make it all worth it. You're the reason I keep hitting snooze just to stay next to you. Over and over and over again.
The sunshine is out. It's on its way down. It is setting, but it is gorgeous nonetheless. And I thought I would take this opportunity to kind of round out the video a little bit. I've displayed all of my gorgeous Galentine's Day cards here. I haven't written them yet, and I'm still gonna add like a little bit of extra glitz and glam with some sparkly gel pens, but I'm aware that I've talked a lot in this video, not necessarily anything meaningful, but I have done a lot of rambling, and so I think I'm gonna close out the video here. And I just wanted to say that I don't take it for granted that you're watching this video, and I'm especially very impressed if you're still here in this video, because it has been such a long rambly one. But my hope with this video was to hopefully just, one, be honest with how I'm feeling, but hopefully to let you know that if you're also feeling similarly, that you're not alone and it's completely normal, and there are things that we can do to feel better. In my journal, I did actually make a list of things that I want to do or want to start prioritizing again in my life, and kind of in the hopes that I will get my spark back. I will say, even after doing a little sprinkling of these things today, I'm already feeling a lot better, and maybe that's in part as well because I've been chatting away, and it's always helpful to share with a friend. Anyway, as I said, I'm feeling so much better after having a yap with you, and I'm really excited to write in my little Valentine's cards for my friends. I think they're really gonna appreciate them. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off now, and I just want to say before I go, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Take care, friends, and I will see you very soon in another video. Goodbye.